about what is really actually happening.
Some documentaries, little minis.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
I love that. I wanted to hear, I have to say, I want to hear about all those finalists. I know we only go with the tiny snippet, but I think, oh, I want to interview that one.
Yeah. No, look, it's just amazing. We will get on to Ivy because you are the subject. Ivy Tucker, everyone, an Australian Youth Ambassador for Regen Youth Film Festival. Ivy, why is filmmaking effective? You know, so effective for, or do you think it is effective for change today?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, as I said before, there's so much anxiety with our generation and other generations, and how wonderful it is to be in a room full of all of you guys who are making positive changes for all of our futures. And I think that's something that I strive to achieve through films, and I think that it's a really powerful medium for evoking emotion and make people feel a connection. For example, compassion for the environment or for other people, and I think that's why it's so effective. And in today's world, there's so much noise created from the short form content that we see on social media, and it doesn't allow for depth of connections, which is why I think so many of us feel so lost. Whereas in the process of making a film, there is so much care put into the music and shot selection and the stories to make it impactful, and people choose to go to cinemas and film festivals, and it's a deliberate decision for them to open themselves up to ideas and stories and emotions that we all experience when watching a good film.
Sorry, how do you use film to make that positive change in your instance?
Well, for example, I've done a few short films, and all of them come back to the emotions of sharing compassion and kindness and positive stories that make people feel uplifted and inspired to make positive changes in their own lives. And I think it's very important and a good thing for young people to use film.
So I can just say that for a second, because films kept labelled at Ivy. Can you explain about your now multi-award winning film Agricola and why you created that? Because you did that. That was very tricky because that was during lockdown and all that sort of thing.
Yes. So you'll see a clip of it soon, but Agricola 7101, which is a documentary, short documentary which I've made. It's about my brother, and I was inspired to make it for my brother, and it was it was made during the pandemic, and he was having trouble with home learning, and I wanted to create something that was inspiring and remind him of the kindness and generosity of the people we were connected with, and share this little miracle that happened to our family. And I think it really resonates with audiences because it's something that came from my heart.
Yeah, and it's such a beautiful short film, and she did some lovely drone shots and everything. But you know, it was all done in a really difficult time, and this generation now has just come through something that none of us has ever seen before, and yet this has become their reality and their norm. And I think that's another reason why we really need something like the Regen Film Festival to show that there is a different alternative to what's happened in the last 3 or 4 years, particularly for young children as well. We always do a curation for younger families, so preschoolers, which is a lot of mostly animated, but it's great messages. Because a lot of these young people have been brought up with a completely different reality than any of us grew up in.
We were just told to just grin and bear it, right? And you know, it'll all get better.
Yeah.
But this Regen Film Festival, how important is it, you know, to filmmakers or you know like you, and what does it do for you?
Well, I think that it's extremely important. All film festivals, especially Regen, it provides a platform for young filmmakers to share stories from communities who have been traditionally silenced, such as women, young people, the LGBTQAI+ community, our disabled community, and our Indigenous communities. and it's with the new technology and film becoming more accessible. These festivals are so important for exposure and career development and opportunities to connect with audiences. And I think that, especially for young people, it's a great platform for us to share.
Fantastic. So let's
We
now.
include Q&As and things as well, so that's what I was saying, that you know,
Okay.
we'll have Ivan might be there at one of her films, and then she can speak directly with the audience and with her peers and with adults and with other professionals. So it's about that sense of knowledge sharing as well, that sense of community building, and that sense of
Gaining that experience.
Yes, getting that
Yeah.
support and experience.
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's finish off having a look at your wonderful work. So, Ivy, thank you. We'll just have a quick look at Ivy's film.
Thank you so much.